Hello everyone, I'm coming to you live from my junky garage. Do not mind my garage. I hate this garage. I cannot wait till I move. But you know, when you're renting a house and you go with what is there. So I hate all these white patches. But nevertheless, this is my workroom. This is where I do a lot of my stuff. Today we're going to be removing some mistakes. You know, I am like the queen of mistakes. And I don't like throwing anything away. You know, these stainless steel tumblers that we buy cost too much money. And if you make a mistake, there's always a way to get rid of it and still salvage your tumblers. So that's what we're doing today. Epoxy removal. You stubborn epoxy, you have to come off. How do you take epoxy off? How do you get glitter off? This was really gonna be nice, but I'm gonna do a different design to make it even better because this is gonna be my sexy snow globe. So stay tuned. I'm gonna show you how to remove epoxy, how to remove a glitter, how to salvage your tumblers and reuse them. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. I did this tumbler, it is finished, but of course I made some mistakes after it was done. So the tumbler had came out perfect, you know, it had some Waterslide decals on it, but there was like a dip in it, one small dip in it that I didn't like. So I said, let me sand it to get it out. But of course that didn't work right. I didn't get the dip out, and then I didn't like the scratches. But me and my crazy self went back, like spray painted the top, trying to cover that. I just messed it up. So of course, I don't want to waste this stainless steel tumbler, so I have to remove it. This one is a snow globe tumbler. This one is supposed to be mine, and it was fine. I liked it, epoxied it perfectly, but because I left it to do other jobs, the rim got so hard, I couldn't even use my X-Acto knife to clean it. The part where the acrylic cover needs to go, I can't get it out. So of course, I'm gonna have to get all this epoxy out. So this one is epoxy with glitter. This one is epoxy, spray paint, and decals. So we're gonna clean these up. I'm gonna gear up. I'm gonna put on my mask and everything. I'm gonna put on some gloves. Make sure you are doing this in a well-ventilated area. I am in my garage. Garage is open because you are gonna be working with chemicals. I'm gonna use 100% pure acetone to get it off. I'm gonna wrap it with aluminum foil, put it in bags, seal it, and leave it for 24 hours or more, but at least 24 hours to get everything off. So let's get started. So this is the cup. I'm gonna take this off as well, just to make sure I get everything. I need to make sure it can fit. This is actually the only size aluminum foil that I have, so I'm gonna have to do it in both directions to make sure the cup is covered. So I'm just going to take a bunch of paper towels, put the mug right here, and I'm going to create this funnel. All right, I have my mask on, so let me just remove the mask right now. All right, so what I'm doing is just creating a funnel so that way I can wrap it up afterwards. So I'm just gonna wrap this. Okay, and now I'm gonna have this in aluminum foil. I'm gonna put that in just so nothing doesn't go in there. I have that up. I'm just gonna pour the acetone over it. Let that absorb. A little bit more. Okay. And I'm going to completely fill that in. And I'm going to put it inside of a Ziploc bag. My Ziploc bag kind of small. Put that in. My tumbler is kind of large. Okay, so I'm going to lock and seal that. That's that one. We'll let that sit. And I'm going to do the next one. So I'm taking aluminum foil first. Now if you have bigger aluminum foil, you don't have to do this. So now I'm just going to wrap top. That should be enough. We don't want to waste all the paper towels. I'm going to just tuck that in so it doesn't get in the cup. Creating my funnel. And I'm going to pour the acetone on. Okay. Wrap that. And then put it in a Ziploc bag. Okay. And now I'm going to stick it in the Ziploc bag. So since these both have epoxy, spray paint, glitter, you know, decals, we're going to use the acetone to remove that. And we'll come back and check on those after the time is up. Okay, so it's been a little over 24 hours. I'm going to go ahead and unwrap this. Again, you want to make sure you're doing this in a ventilated area. You want to make sure you're away from kids. I'm going to see if this falls off. Can you see? Look at that. It's just crumbling under there. So I'm able to just peel and slide that right off. You want to keep all your debris, everything together. Now this is layers of epoxy, layers of glitter. And the fact that it's all coming off with just acetone, beautiful. So of course I'll go back in and maybe put a little bit more if I can't get everything off. But so far, this is all coming off. Just take your hand, just apply some pressure. What I really want is for all of this underneath to get out. All that hard epoxy. So I'm definitely going to finish cleaning that all up. I'll do one more thin wrapping around that just to get everything off for good. Because maybe I didn't put enough in there. I'm going to set that one aside. Let's look at the other one. Okay. Nothing got inside. So I'm just going to take this and just pull it down. that's what it looks like already. So you want to take it and just try to bring that down, or just rub. It's just breaking apart that epoxy. Now on this one, from what I can see, it kept the black on. The decals and everything are still on. And all it did was remove that layer of epoxy. So the spray paint, now it's removing the water slide. So I'm definitely going to apply a little bit more just to get everything off for sure. You know, I had 2 layers of epoxy on here on this one. And then the spray paint with the decals. So as you see, breaking that away. So definitely just need to go in and apply another layer. I probably didn't put enough. So I'm going to do that and rewrap it and let it sit again. But all the epoxy came off. So now we're going to start again.
So I'm just going to rewrap this a second time, applying more acetone, repeating the same exact steps. So I'm speeding this up, and I'm just going to let it sit for another 24 hours. I really want those water slide decals and the rest of the glitter to come off. So just make sure when you're doing yours that you apply your acetone as much as needed, as generous as possible, I guess, for quicker results.
Okay, so I am back in my garage, and I'm going to unwrap. It's been over 24 hours. So let's see if the inside came off. You know, last time only the epoxy came off and everything else was left. So it still is not getting off this decal. Why is the decal? I'm gonna have to sand this, sand it down. I'm literally gonna have to sand it because I thought it would have just slid off and it didn't. I'm just gonna see if I can sand off this because I need to get this off. This water slide is like really in there. See how everything is removing, but that water slide is still there? Now it's coming off. I wonder if I pour the acetone directly on it. Directly on it. Definitely don't want to mess up my mug sitting over there. But let's check this one. This had like all the extra layers of glitter. So it's coming off. Just definitely got to play with it. Scrape it some. This is only, what, 180 grit, so I definitely probably need something just a little stronger. Okay, so I'm just going to use my X-Acto knife to get that right on off with no problem. Scrapes that right down. Tell you, these things come in handy for everything. Can't be a crafter without an X-Acto knife. Well, you can, but it just helps. So the acetone works. You just have to do a little help as well. So these snow globes, when you do the epoxy, you have to like be right on it because it got hard where I couldn't finish it. I left it doing something else and I was unable to close the lid down on it. So that's why I had to take this off and start all over again. So this is completely stripped. All I'll do is just sand this some more to get it smooth and even. So acetone takes that epoxy right off. Depending upon how many layers you have, might take 2 tries, but that came off. And you just want to make sure you dispose of everything properly. Make sure it fully evaporates before you put it in your garbage. So with the acetone, it removed all the epoxy, pretty much all the spray paint, but I do have to go the extra step and finish sanding. So I'm just taking my little sanding block here and I'm just going to scrub to get the remaining image off, because I want to get it back down all the way to the stainless steel as much as possible. So it's coming off, but you do have to use some elbow, put your back into it and scrub, and it should all come off. I don't know what grit this is. I can't remember off the top of my hand. Actually, I have the paper. And I'm just using the medium one, the all-purpose. So I'm pretty sure if I had a tougher one, it would do it a lot faster. But this is the one that I had. Going up and down with the grain wasn't working. So going against the grain was working just a little bit better for me to get off all those rough, dark spots. Look at that, coming right off. So I'm gonna finish this up off camera and I'll show you when I'm done. So we almost there. Found out I wiped it down with alcohol and it's actually sanding a lot better. Wipe it down with alcohol and then sand. Coming out so much faster. Let me find out. Let me find out. Let's see if that was really. Uh-oh. I might be on to something. I just happened to clean it in the middle just to wipe away to see, you know, what was left, how much more had to go. Look at that. Let me wipe that bottom. Rocking and rolling now. Got to get in that crease, that middle part. Oh yeah, baby. First I thought this was never gonna come off. So I can pretty much leave it like this because of course I'm gonna spray paint this. I'm gonna be doing a nice wood grain design on this one. So it's gonna get a base coat of white. So listen, that's pretty much good. Like, it's gonna get coated. This is perfect. From all that black epoxy, water slides, that's how you can remove your epoxy and water slides. This was the other one. I'm just gonna go ahead, and of course I only brought one paper towel out here. Why would I do that? I'm just gonna wipe this down with alcohol as well and see what I can remove off of this one. Just to get this one more showing the stainless steel. Yeah, look at that coming out. It'll be back down to the stainless steel in no time. So this one is back down to the stainless steel now after all that glitter and epoxy. So no need to fret, no need to worry. If you need to start fresh over, just use 100% acetone, wrap it up 24 hours or more, a little scrubbing. Make sure you have an X-Acto knife for like any rough areas that might need extra scraping, extra TLC, but you can always start fresh. This tumbler, I'll be doing a nice custom wood grain. This one will become a marble glitter storyboard. So if you're interested in watching those, don't forget to like and subscribe. I post weekly for all DIYs, crafts, helpful tips, and everything to help you grow and start your business. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.